hello. Hello. Not why is nothing... Okay, there's one thing's appeared. Will the other thing appear? Give it a moment. Give it a moment. Give it a... There we go. I knew you had it in ya. Flight sim. But hello. Hello. Goodness me, this is an exciting day, isn't it? It's Flight Sim Day. We're flying through New Zealand, which is a country I'm reliably informed exists. Yeah, absolutely. No, there is an ulterior motive to this stream. See if I can find it in my drawer here. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. See this? I'm holding it quite close to the camera. You see this item of jewellery? Basically, fuck this item of jewellery, okay? This item of jewellery is, well, it's a big piece of shit, I'm gonna be real. And we need to dispose of it in Mount Doom. So I'm gonna shrink it right down there. I'm gonna put it on my hand there. That's good enough. Good the heck enough. So yeah, we're gonna fly right over Mount something or other, which was the filming location for Mount Doom in them Lord of the Rings films they made that one time. And we're gonna we're going to burn it, basically. Before we start though, I do want to go into this and just make that, yeah, that's nice and tranquil. We won't be listening to the jazz for long though, because we're watching a film today, which I've never seen at all, but I'm reliably informed is a big piece of shit, and I'm fairly confident it's public domain, which is good. Another big exciting thing that happened, DLSS has finally come to Flight Sim, which I'm very excited about. I don't know if it's going to be particularly good DLSS from this kind of jerkiness. I've certain concerns, but maybe that's just because we're on the ground, lots of detail. I think this is a specially rendered airport. But anyway, we're turning the autopilot on. We've got our altitude set, vertical speed. Oh god, no, we don't want it that high. What the hell am I doing? Not that low. That'll do. Okay, so do shout out if it is that you are in the chat. I'd like to hear from you. So one last check. Got autopilot on. We've got altitude set. The vertical speed is on and set. And we'll turn on navigation when we're on the move. Alright. As I heard, you know, NVIDIA put out their big video the other day showing the monumental improvements, you know, frame rate improvements you can get with, you know, the new version of DLSS. And I've also heard that most of that was outright bullshit. So we'll see. I mean, whatever, it can't hurt the frame rate, can it? No, obviously not. Anyway, let's fly this damn plane. Alright, and turn off the things and the other things. And we turn her down to there. It's going to shout landing gear at us a few times, and we're going to immediately turn on navigation mode because I'm not overly enthused to crash into mountains. Oh yeah, I can already see some distinct blurring that was not there before DLSS. It is a minor thing, but it may irritate me. I mean, I'm honestly in two minds as to whether or not I want to keep DLSS on. For this game, because, you know, it's not a fast-paced game. Not a fast-paced game at all, and, you know, at least suddenly the things I do in it aren't exactly fast-paced. And so, you know, I don't, like, need a particularly high frame rate for the way I play this game, so I might end up turning it off, but for this stream I will leave it on. This stream I will leave it on, and it can be it can be our little secret, can't it? Why are you flying into the side of a mountain? Okay, do I need to turn off the autopilot? Yep, absolutely yes. Okay. I need to kind of do some awkward self-flying here. That's a term, awkward self-flying. I don't know if you knew this about New Zealand. It's quite mountainous. Okay, that's disaster averted. And autopilot back on. There we go. Now, let it never be said I never saved us from certain death. Because, honey, that's exactly what I just did. Alright. I should tell you something, actually, this DLSS is making a little tricky. I can't quite see the purple line very well. But we're a little fast right now, so we're gonna pump that down. A lot of ghosting. A lot of ghosting. That's... yeah, that's gonna irritate me big time. Really. I guess if, like, you're in this perspective, it's fine here. It's absolutely fine here, because, there's not a great number of dials to look at, except, well, I mean, there's those ones, but they're not diegetic, are they? See, I'm saying all this, I don't even know if you, the viewer, notice or care particularly. Oh, I've got to turn on navigation mode again, don't I? There we go. There we go. Vertical speed is off as well, that's weird. Why is everything... is it because I turned off the autopilot and thus basically disabled everything I do with this aircraft? Oh, this is quite an angle. That's on a half bank. Oh, they've changed the subtitles. That's interesting. Although I will say this does feel a bit smoother in the cockpit. Not like that smooth, but again, I don't, you know, really play this game for, you know, intense millisecond reflexes. So. Alright. So I think we're going to be moving comfortably at that speed, although I do want to keep something of an eye on it. But I suppose I should introduce today's film, shouldn't I? Today we're watching a film that I don't remember what it's called. Planet of the Fire Maidens, is that what it's called? Fire Maidens of Outer Space. We're on a bit of a British film kick at the moment. We watched Death Run last week, and it was a masterpiece. And now we're watching something that is also a film that was made in Britain. I from what I've heard, you could not apply the term masterpiece to it. And this flight is scheduled to take, hour 40, I think it said. So you can expect probably 2 hours. 2 hours of this. This is how you're spending your Wednesday. I really want you to think about that. This is, you know, I don't hate this jewellery piece. You know, now I'm looking at it a bit more. It's alright, actually. I don't know. I still got to get rid of it, though, so... gonna keep that in mind. Anyway. It's shiny, if nothing else. All right. So, I want to kind of position this nice and goodly here because, you know, I don't want to obscure the beauty of New Zealand, but I also want to watch an awful film. So what we're going to do, I'll load her up here. And Embiggen, there we go, it should be on the stream. It is, good. Embiggen, there we are. Alright. I should point out, Olive Films did not make Fire Maidens of Outer Space. That's just, I think whoever the fuck uploaded this. Or maybe even not that. But, regardless. There we go, Embiggen. There we go. I've improved the stream by 1%. Anyway, shall we get going with this? I think we should. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to ask the Flight Sim World Tour in-house band to acquire their smooth jazz. Or we do, although we do love it and appreciate it, and we'll put it back on later. And ladies and gentlemen, Fire Maidens of Outer Space. Let's hope it's not boring. Let me know if the audio and video are alright. How fortuitous, a plane like the thing I am flying. Okay, this is either Mexico or New Mexico. I did not see which. Ah, now it's New York City. I know where that is. I've been there, IRL. I've flown the Concorde both in and out of there, not IRL. Joyroth? Boyroth? What is that man's name? Okay, I've got an immediately... his name's Cyroth? Terrible handwriting. Anyway. So my immediate problem here. This sounds like the score to Star Trek The Motion Picture. Which just makes me wish I was watching Star Trek The Motion Picture. Also, all characters in space are fictitious. Yep, well yeah. Are the ones on the ground real? What?
Interests of peace and security for all mankind, the two great nations of the United States and Great Britain have been working on a secret project designated 13.
Oh, how hilarious. There was a day when Great Britain could be considered great.
And the top nuclear scientist of the United States was assigned command of the joint operation. Luther Blair left Los Alamos, New Mexico to join
it was New Mexico, excellent.
And head Plan 13. An expedition into outer space.
How novel. Outer space. Heavens. What will they think of next? Rand's world. Ah, their agenda is revealed.
May I have your attention, please? Trans World Airlines announces the arrival of its eastbound ambassador flight number 100, arriving at Gate 5,
Climb and
New
maintain
York
flight
and
level
Shannon.
300 Cessna, Sierra Whiskey Tango.
Well, hello.
Good to see you.
Have a good trip?
Wonderful.
Car's right here.
Thank you.
Let's get the VFR map open right now because I want to know when we're over Mount Doom. Oh, they've improved. Oh, the VFR map quite a lot. Nice. There's someone right on my tail. I wonder who that is. Moving at like the same speed at me. As me. I don't know how words work these days. They're so confusing. I don't know.
Confirms your original theory, Dr. Higgins. That's
What?
why I asked her to come to England at once. We've known all along that the planet Jupiter has 12 moons. But evidently terrestrial fog surrounds the 13th moon most of the time. Thanks to this new telescope. Did you get the same impression as I did about this new moon? If you mean does it look like the Earth, it does. Colors are similar. Have they been checked? Oh, yeah, yeah. Here are the results. Yeah. Spectrograph reports indicate atmosphere similar to ours. Yeah. We're on the right track. The final tests on the nuclear power engines have been completed. Good.
Cessna Sierra Whiskey Tango traffic alert.
We can finish preparations on the planetary in 1 week.
Report them in sight.
How will that put us in a juxtaposition with the 13th
New
moon?
Zealand 610 traffic alert. 2 o'clock less than 1 mile flight level 250 Cessna C-25C.
Well, we could be ready to leave within a
Report them
week.
in sight.
We'll be
Now that's interesting, actually. Yes, the new VFR map is cool. I think it tanks the frame rate. It's weird. I've not been paying attention to this conversation these two characters have been having at all, just to clarify.
Stop kidding, though. You're a scientist. It's probable, but highly doubtful.
It's not helping my focus that they're having this conversation in the echoiest room possible. Oh, a woman in a 50s movie, this can only go badly. Not her fault, of course. It is society's fault. But something bad is gonna happen here, I'm willing to reckon.
Yes, Dr. Higgins?
Send a message to Captain
Did he only
Lyle.
just notice her? Woman in the 50s, of course, he only just noticed her.
First interplanetary unit, Hans Point, Surrey. Ship must be ready 1 week from today. That'll be all. Oh, be sure to code that message.
Yes, sir.
Just wink a lot when you communicate it to people. Oh, turbulence. That's interesting. It's not interesting. Wonder where that guy's going. Oh, good luck to him. I hope he doesn't die. But we have to watch the entirety of this woman walking up the stairs and round there? Has there been a single cut yet in this scene?
I wonder if the beings on Jupiter's satellite will look anything like her. Let's just hope there's some form of life.
Good. Wouldn't be a 50s movie without hopeless sexism. There we go. That's what you want from society, isn't it?
All of you have your Longines space watch. Good. Set. All right, gentlemen. Let's make a final check. Dr. Higgins, everything in my department is ready for departure. Captain Larson.
Slowed down quite a lot. That's rectifying.
Everything shipshape. Nuclear power checks out. Gyroscopic cabin control set. Ready for takeoff.
Nuclear power, not a good thing to put on a spaceship because nuclear power is designed to last decades. And most space flights don't last that long. So what do you do? with the with that reactor. I'll tell you what you don't do. You don't repurpose it in a power station, because that's how Chernobyl happened. What Chernobyl's reactor was, it was just a disused submarine engine they scooped out and popped in the middle of a field. Built a town around it. That's true. I think. I've done like no research, I could be speaking out my ass. But I've heard that. So it must be true. Oh, sorry, just make you feel sick for a moment. I need to alter these angles so we can look at the nice scenery, kind of. A lot of meticulousness in this film, I appreciate that. A lot of people staring at things and walking places without much in the way of purpose or reason, but...
Now hear this. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Stock footage blasting off. American Brit. Oh, I didn't read it. Alright. Well, I think this is their space command generally, and it's got like a little sign you'd see. Not even plastered on the motorway. Have a Coke, I just did. Thank you.
Your identity cards, please, sir. Very good, sir.
This is the most boring LARP in history.
Calling Expedition 13. Come in, 13. Acknowledge. Ladies and gentlemen, the interplanetary ship has acknowledged our message. We should keep in constant contact as long as possible.
Unless we run out of things to talk about, then we can hang up. Otherwise, it's just awkward, isn't it?
Our control says that receiving is okay. Good. Well, gentlemen, we're now in free flight.
There's very high gravity on this 1950s rocket ship.
Everything goes all right, we'll contact Jupiter in 3 weeks.
Look, that's a fast-ass spaceship.
There's the Earth.
Takes most satellites years. I wasn't following along with any of the dialogue in this film. So, did they build this rocket ship? Did they just have it ready to go? Why is he wearing a naval uniform? No, that is an Air Force uniform, I'll be fair to him. Looked a bit like a naval uniform.
Hey, I wonder what we'll find on the 13th moon.
You're only just wondering that? Are they being attacked by bits of popcorn?
Turn off the magnetic gyro.
Oh, I've upped the volume on the film a little bit. I think that might be a bit better now.
Calling control.
I don't think it was that bad before, but a bit better now.
Expedition 13. Come in, 13. Come in.
Media's heading directly for ship.
Stay in contact. Repeat, stay in contact.
Emergency power. Icing switch on.
Has that wood texture become crappier? I could swear it used to be good, and now it's bad. Don't know what that's all about. Do not know.
Danger passed.
Repeat, danger passed. Resuming course as planned.
Man, that ice machine really cools you off.
It reminds me of my wife when she's mad.
Resume planned flight.
All humour before about 2010. It's just about how much people hate their wives.
New Zealand 610, contact New Zealand Center on 120.9er. Good day. Cessna Sierra Whiskey Tango, contact New Zealand Center on 120.9er. Good day.
Going to 120.9er, Cessna Sierra Whiskey Tango. New Zealand Center, Cessna Foxtrot Sierra Whiskey Tango Flight Level Tree 00.
Cessna Foxtrot Sierra Whiskey Tango, New Zealand Center, continue as planned. New Zealand Center, New Zealand 610 is at flight level 365, descending 10,000 feet. New Zealand 610, New Zealand Center, continue as planned. Generic 30 Lima, you are 23 miles southeast. Descend and maintain 10,000 feet. Expect vectors, visual runway 0 tree approach. Descend and maintain 10,000 feet. Expect vectors, visual runway 0 tree approach. Generic 30 Lima.
Couldn't have done anything to make space travel look the slightest bit more exciting. This really was it, right?
Let me use those.
An electric razor from the 1950s. God, I bet that's just
Dropped it.
sandpaper dipped in lemon juice.
Thanks.
So, is it the done thing to share a razor? That feels ill-advised in a way they couldn't even begin to imagine in the 1950s. This is going to be most of the film, isn't it? Just cutting back to that cardboard
Where's the
cutout.
13th moon?
Well, it could be one of those, but according to our calculations, it's hidden behind those fog clouds.
And check our course.
Well, so you do know where the 13th moon is, you know. Also, does that entirely work in a
right. 0,
three-dimensional
0, 2.
vacuum? I sincerely don't know. I suspect it
We are
doesn't.
heading for the fog clouds. What about Jupiter and the other 12 moons? Any life on them?
Well, there could be, but Blair believes they're barren.
What about it, Blair?
Based on what we've learned, the possibility of life as we know it exists only on the 13th moon.
You mean people, too?
We'll soon know.
Take her down, Skipper. We're in the satellite's atmosphere.
Okay. I just looked it up. There is a scientific inaccuracy with this film. Jupiter does not have 13 moons. It has 79. 79. 79.
Blair, quickly.
Thanks for trying, 1950s. We know you did your best. No, they didn't.
Is that from control?
No, this is another frequency. Ultrasonic.
Calling spaceship. Calling spaceship. Report name and destination immediately. You are under our space control.
We stopped moving.
This is Expedition 13 from the planet Earth. Crew of 5 men.
So are they going to bother with a hackneyed explanation about how they're speaking English, or are we not bothering with that?
Purpose of trip. A friendly scientific exploration.
Proceed on course. Bearing on your compass will be 18017. Landing field between 2 mountain ranges.
It's a bit generic, but okay. Look for 2 mountain ranges.
What about it, Doc?
But imagine if they gave those landing instructions in New Zealand.
The magnetic poles are contrary to ours.
Seems like there's nothing
So
else to do
land
but follow their instructions.
literally anywhere in the country, okay. Between 2 mountain ranges.
Expedition 13 proceeding as ordered.
Generic 30 Lima Airport is at your 3 o'clock 12 miles. Descend and maintain 2,100 feet. Report runway
Look
in
at
sight.
those mountains, Blair. We'd better find a plane soon.
Descend and maintain 2,100 feet. Generic 30 Lima. Generic 30 Lima has the runway in sight. Generic
Clear
30
for landing.
Lima, you are 12 miles south of November Zulu Hotel Kilo. Turn right heading 345. Cessna Sierra Whiskey Tango, contact New Zealand Center 1119.2. New Zealand 610, contact New Zealand Center 1119.2.
Yeah, Elon Musk thinks he's so great because the company he owns manages to land rockets. They were doing this shit in the 1950s with rear projection.
Flight level 300.
Cessna Foxtrot Sierra Whiskey Tango, New Zealand Center, continue as planned. New Zealand Center, New Zealand Center.
Oh yep, first thing they do is smoke. This is the 1950s. What a terrible decade. Terrible, terrible decade.
Being a scientist, I have the utmost curiosity to know what lies out there. All right.
Also, being a scientist, I see no downside to smoking constantly.
Anderson, contact control.
It's a well-known scientific fact that smoking 50 cigarettes a day is good for you.
Expedition 13 to control. Arrived destination. Beginning exploratory phase. Signing off.
From the expression on your face, Professor, I'd say you found that the atmosphere on the 13th moon of Jupiter is similar to that of the one on Earth.
Yeah, you hit the nail right on the head.
Open the hatch.
Oh, that expression. The well-known expression of, oh yes, this Jovian moon has a breathable atmosphere comparable to that of Earth. You know, I can't really express it through the medium of a you know, PNG tuber. I'd need to draw the expression. But we all know that face. We all know that face. What, they didn't think to bring, like, attach a ladder to the spaceship? They have to poke one out the window. I mean, God help them if, like, this planet had different gravity or something.
Hey, watch it!
Rogue
Hey, look,
badminton players. Just hate them.
Anderson, can you read the message somebody is sending? Looks like a code of some sort.
Head for trees at signal. Head for trees at signal. Well, that's it and all. Just repeating the same message. Hey, it's Morse code.
That must be the signal. Captain, close the hatch.
And how do they know Morse code on Jupiter? Or a moon of Jupiter, I should say. I apologise.
On the double.
One of Jupiter's 13 moons. You might think it's 79. It's not. It's 13, apparently. Also looks like cricket grounds in Surrey, but there we go. Gotta bet this is all houses now. Either that or it's charity shops. I think it's the destiny of every square foot of space in the UK to eventually become a charity shop. We don't get nice things anymore, we get charity shops.
Where's the beacon? What about the voices?
Yeah, what about that little war we just been through?
There's a logical explanation for each occurrence, right, Dr. Higgins? Right, Mr. Blair. Let's find the beacon first. Spread out.
It's like a team of middle-aged Power Rangers that can't morph and are shit. How can a movie be in black and white and yet look incredibly beige?
Some kind. I've seen anything like it before.
I'd say the statue was made of bronze. The vegetation's similar to that on our planet.
Reminds me of a lighthouse beacon. Except it's on land instead of water.
Perhaps the plane was once covered by water.
So what you mean is it reminds you of a
Whatever
lamppost.
the answer is, keep a sharp lookout until we know for certain our standing here.
I'm wondering about that voice we heard on the radio.
When we meet him, I'll get a picture on the Polaroid. If it is a him.
We'd better get back to the ship before it gets dark. We can return tomorrow.
50s guys. Wide legs, flat asses.
That's the human voice. Sounds like it, but let's not jump to conclusions.
It's getting late. This could be very important.
Oh, it's not. It's like midday. Look at the lighting.
Life on the 13th moon.
It's hard to put into motion just how hard this is, like, a field. It's like there's somewhere that looks exactly like this. Not even 5 minutes from where I live.
I'm gonna put a stop to
I
this.
could remake this
We're
film
explore, not to get involved in something we know nothing about.
quite easily.
Fire a warning shot first. Marson, circle to the right. Stanhope, you and Anderson to the left. Doc, stay here.
Oh yeah, 50s guys. Go to a new planet. What's the first thing we do? Shoot guns. Shoot the natives. That's 50s philosophy. And they're engaged. And sexist comment.
Biologically speaking, the forms of life on this planet are unusual, to say the least. So far, 2 extremes.
You can have your extremes. Just let me navigate in one direction only.
Thank you.
Right now, Mr. Navigational Expert, our bearing is 000.
Yeah, we'd better hurry or we'll lose our charming guide.
Doctor, you're in charge of the rear guard. Anderson and Stanhope will stay with you. Captain Larson will come with me. We don't return in 30 minutes.
Kill yourselves.
Okay.
Okay, they have a medieval castle on the 13th Jovian moon. Very good. And she's in kind of Greek attire. Very pointy breasts. This is the 1950s. They've all got like PS1 era Lara Croft's breast.
Really something.
Man, you're not kidding.
Let me guess, this is going to be a society ruled by women and they need a man to
Electricity.
repopulate or
No.
conquer them or some shit.
What the answer to all is I don't. This architecture is a late Minoan period.
Not Minoan, but late Atlantis. Two periods of architecture are often mistaken for each other. Welcome, my friends. Welcome to New Atlantis.
Okay, Atlantis is getting involved now, that's alright.
Lone male survivor of Atlantis. She was my mother.
So she's your grandma. Could have just said she's your grandma. Alright.
A thousand questions are on your lips, yet to answer one would take many days and nights. As my guest, we shall have eons of time for discussion.
I wish to thank you for your hospitality, but don't.
Why does that guy look like Charlie
Don't
Sheen?
concern yourself with small matters.
You speak of New Atlantis, the lost continent.
Not lost. Here it is in all its splendor. But there are only a few of us left.
That beacon light. The voice over the radio.
The voice was mine. The light was a guide installed for your arrival.
But how did you...
I have observed your preparations with the greatest anxiety, hoping you would not fail. The meteor was a trying moment.
That bombardment after we landed. The creature.
The man with the head of a beast. It must be destroyed.
Okay, this escalated quickly.
What about the other?
No need to go into that right now, Captain. Let's accept our host's invitation.
You have made me happy. You are weary after your hard flight. Food and drink will provide the necessary sustenance.
Can I offer you Coke?
My daughter, gentlemen, Estia, Princess of Atlantis.
Uh-huh. Okay. Uh-huh.
Captain Larson.
Uh-huh. Which one of these two is she gonna end up fucking?
To you from now on, Mr. Blair.
There we go.
It is a law of Atlantis. My child, bring
This counted as sex in the 50s.
Our thanks to thee, Aphrodite, goddess and queen of all Atlantis. The
This
mission
guy's
of the
back.
Earthmen has
I've seen guys like him in the last war.
I know, but we've got to you.
What about the gal?
What about her?
We see Minerva worshipping monks, screaming at murals when you were fighting the
What, look what I'm
Nazis.
blowing off my rocker?
Watch out, he's coming back.
These are my other daughters, gentlemen. Before your eyes are the last descendants of Aphrodite. New Atlantis must not die.
What's he trying to suggest? I think he means... Wait a minute, I'm a happily married man with 2 growing kids.
Quiet. Don't let your imagination run wild.
If that old goat starts anything,
He's sitting right there, dude. So, yeah, this is, you know, primo, you know, chauvinist male fantasy nonsense.
New Zealand 8842, contact Nelson approach on 123.
I'm pretty sure this is just a stock template in most scripts these days, although I'm pretty sure they would have removed it in more recent years. Although, just replace, oh no, actually no, these are daughters, aren't they? I was going to say, replace princess with daughter and you've got every AAA game for the last decade, but that doesn't work because, what the fuck am I prattling about? Just dance. Maybe my brain will be glued back together as they dance. I'm quite fond of this ring. I quite like it. It's a good ring. I don't think it's as bad as everyone says. No. What was that he was doing? Kind of reaching out like that, like a simpleton. Gotta say, these dancers aren't terribly in sync. If this was the entertainment laid on for me, I wouldn't be entirely satisfied. Oh god, even he's getting into it. Jesus Christ, you skeevy old fuck. Their bodies are rejecting how bad the entertainment is. I know the feeling. Okay, I'm gonna point it out. I'm gonna say it. They've got weirdly dirty feet. You're all thinking it. I was just the only one brave enough to vocalize it. God, I know the feeling.
30 minutes was up a long time ago. Let's go in after them.
No, we're heading back for the ship right now.
What about Blair and Lawson in there?
You heard his orders. Let's go.
I can't get through. We've had no word since their last message that they'd started the exploratory phase.
We must keep trying.
Well, I'll let the Admiralty know.
Just stay in contact. Keep sending your message.
Yeah, well, we'll wait till morning. Inside, it'll be safer. Anderson, contact control. Stanhope, run a check over our supplies. Oh, and be sure you do a thorough one on the firearms and ammunition. Hey, did we talk
Of course.
about Blair and
Of
Lawson?
course, it's the 50s.
No.
All that matters are their cigarettes, their steaks, and their guns.
Completed. Everything fine. Okay, just as you said.
Also, their baggy, ugly trousers. Those are important to them as well.
13, receiving you loud and clear.
Go ahead, 13. Expedition 13 to control. First phase complete.
Oh, plane's wobbling around a bit.
Proceeding according to plan. Fighting off.
Oh, that was a cut. Good for them. I'm glad there's something of a cut in this movie. He's walking like a sim. Also, you see Kyle and that makes the windows open. I mean, I know everyone in this movie is white, but still. Oh, this plane is flopping around like no one's business.
Once was enough, sister. What was in there?
His system is shocked because it's the first time he hasn't had alcohol in his drink.
Don't you talk? Crosses, your father talks, speaks English. It is if this isn't all a dream. Where's Larson? What's going on around? Why were we drugged?
The walls possess eyes and ears, but here the only sound is of the ripple of tiny waves on the lake.
The British remake of The Hills Have Eyes.
holds us all prisoners. He has the power of life or death in New Atlantis.
This is New Atlantis business.
It is true. When the continent sank beneath the sea on Earth, my ancestors came to this planet. It had been foreseen and planned long ago.
The hell, this
You have
plane
seasons here?
shaking around like no one's business.
At the time, it was believed that all Earth would go beneath the water.
Look at that flopping around. Huh.
The only one I can think of right now is how do I get out of here?
By the Lord of Atlantis, I am yours.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Be patient, my love.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Morning, Luther Blair. Would you be kind enough to follow the guide to my quarters?
That was a very dismissive window open. It's like, oh, why did she close the door? She knew I was coming this way. Open the bloody door again. The mosquito net that we really don't need in Surrey, but there we go.
Captain Larson. What is your name?
It is Duessa, Luther Blair.
Duessa, is that a made-up name, or...?
Rosses is waiting.
Yes, I know, but a few minutes delayed. This is beautiful scenery. Tell me, Duessa, are you girls with Process the only inhabitants on the 13th moon?
13th moon.
I mean the New Atlantis.
Oh, yes.
Then you've never been outside the cave entrance.
It is not necessary for us to go beyond New Atlantis.
You've never seen the creature.
It is time to go.
Okay, Peter, now move skedaddle. Hit the road. Get lost.
Okay, you know what? I hate
Go
to,
away.
Why do you want us to go away?
Yeah.
Just leave quietly the same way as you came in.
No, I hate to play into the chauvinist fantasy of all this crap, but
Oh, good. That's just what I
I don't know,
wanted
if
right
four,
now.
like, beautiful women, you know, woke up, for those inclined towards women, of course, if four beautiful women were just kind of waiting by your bed the moment you woke up, and your response was, get out of here! Again, I'm sorry to play into the chauvinist fantasy, but that's not the reaction you would have. Also, they were having some kind of discussion, I wasn't paying attention to it in the slightest.
What is it? I don't know. I thought I saw something move. Yeah, there is something there.
It's Thanos!
Well hidden.
He's got a giant chin! He's lost quite a lot of weight,
Was
though.
something there, all right.
Could it have been the girl?
I don't know. Are we just gonna sit here and wait for Blair and Larson to come back?
What if they don't come back?
We'll wait here until noon. they haven't come back by then,
You gonna finish that sentence, or is it more important
Check
to
the radio,
smoke
Anderson.
constantly? I'm gonna guess the
We'll hear
latter.
Yeah, maybe we'll hear that voice again.
We'll sweep the surrounding area with radar.
This isn't the most ideal circumstance.
I know. We better go find Blair and Lawson. Get your guns.
He has the same reaction to going to Burger King, which of course he does constantly because he's an American. That was mean-spirited. I stand by it.
Okay, let's go.
And with your aid, New Atlantis will rise stronger than ever. Pour Luther Blair a drink, my daughter.
Okay, but who will the children have children with? That's what always gets me. That's what always gets me when it comes to stories about, oh, you're the only one that can repopulate the world. Who are the children gonna repopulate with? It's unless you want things to get weird.
Oh, Queen of Atlantis, let this be a day of rejoicing.
I think that's all this guy does. He just screams to his Minerva painting. Anything so he doesn't have to put on trousers.
Tomorrow we begin thinking of the creature's destruction.
Not discussing it, mind. We just have a long, hard think about him dying.
Once again, New Atlantis shall rule. Once more, we shall regain our former
St. Andrews 802, you are Niner, 2 miles southwest. Descend and maintain 10,000 feet. Expect vectors visual runway 17 approach.
It was right here yesterday. There could be two identical trees somewhere else.
Yeah, there could be, but I doubt it. We followed the same trails from the beacon.
Expect vectors
See if
visual
the
runway
entrance isn't
17
sealed.
approach. St. Andrews 802.
Solid all the way. No crack, nothing.
Quiet. Listen.
No, it couldn't be.
I'll rush it from the side. No, we better all stick together. Hold your fire. We'll try
It's
and
not an
scare it away.
FF-14 raid. It's a bloke, like, standing in front of them. And you've got guns. Again, wasn't really doing anything, but that doesn't bother the 50s, man. They didn't believe in due process back in these days. Fine, geez, I'll leave.
Let's get out of here.
You're gonna be dicks about it. I'll skulk off behind these bushes.
There must be some way to get inside, if there is an inside.
Looks like a break in the forest ahead. What's your opinion on the animal or creature, Stanhope?
A definite throwback to the cave.
Alright, I think
Period, I believe.
one of these mountains is Mount Doom. I put the waypoint directly over the one I'm relatively certain is Mount Doom, which I think is that one. So,
I agree with you, Stanhope, but all the characters...
I guess we have to get rid of my fancy little bit of jewellery now, don't we? I'm not exactly thrilled about, but guess it's what we came here to do. So,
Hey, what if she's the only one?
In that case, you're last in line. We better push on.
I'll just get a little closer to it. Close enough to throw the ring over the plane. And then it'll be... oh, that'll be it for the ring, I'm afraid. Even though I have grown very fond of it.
We'll get lost and find a way to escape. How do we get to the entrance?
And these two people have barely had a conversation, but it being the 50s, they're the love of each other's lives.
No escape from New Atlantis until
Process gives his consent.
you will never do that.
I think this is becoming a bit of a catchphrase for me. But this is all a bit Zardoz.
All women look to the ruler of Atlantis as their father.
Is there no other way out of here?
Atlantis is impregnable. Whoever desires to enter or leave will be destroyed at the boundaries.
Thus the need for the destruction of the creature.
I will be back at the hour of sunset.
Moss? 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 Blair? Blair? Moss? Blair?
That might have been the wussiest smack on a door I think I've ever seen. I mean, if he did it any harder, his fist would go through the wall, but still.
Hey, we've been walking for hours.
Maybe we've been going the wrong way.
Stanhope! Anderson!
What is it?
Look there!
This is it. The end at last.
Well, hold on. We don't know what's on the other side. Hey, climb that tree, Anderson.
Oh, me?
Yeah, you.
Obviously, I'm elected again.
We better see what's there.
Hey, there's a garden.
Not so loud. What else do you see?
There's nothing else.
Come on down, Stanhope.
What must you think if you're an actor in this? I was like, God, I was going to be in a sci-fi epic and I've just been skulking around a field in Surrey for like 3 days. I wonder if anyone was convinced in this that they were going to be in a sci-fi epic and not like the second feature in a triple bill.
extensive research program.
Oh, good sexism. And smoking.
My dear Anderson, a fauna, or in this case faunai, refers to the animal's characteristic of the region.
Who cares about animals?
Alright, so we're directly over Mount Doom now.
Has sometimes been referred to as an animal.
Oh.
You mean people? Girls! Hey, why didn't you say so before? Yeah, well, if you're going to argue about it, we'll never get over that wall.
You know what?
We gotta find some way to scale it. I'll get on top, and if the girls attack, I'll do
You're gonna hate me for this. I don't really think I should get rid of this ring. I think you know, I think it's my ring. So belongs to me, and I'm gonna keep it around. Gonna leave it right there on me because it's mine. I own it. No, I'm not going to throw the ring into Mount Doom. That would be ludicrous. I'm not going to do that. No, 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 no.
Easy,
On the plus side, I don't think the old tree exploded. That's a shame. I don't think the VFR map is tanking the frame rate, actually.
There's only a tree that fell down. Look, nothing can get over the wall, not even the creature.
I don't know what that was. I think it's just a kind of frame rate slowdown coincidentally at the same time as I had it open.
Why not back under the wall? Why not? Why not, indeed?
Anyway, what's going on in this film? Those three idiots are trying to get over a wall, I think.
Expedition 13. Calling Expedition 13. Come in, 13.
Well, we mustn't be discouraged.
There are many reasons for not hearing from them. Atmospheric conditions, being away from their base of operations, even obstacles we don't begin to think of.
Yes, but they were given orders to keep us fully informed.
Oh, we've all been there. Also, why is this happening and what's going on in this film? I don't know. Why has she been tied up? Why are they trying to climb over a wall? Why is anything going on? You know, if your two main characters spend the entire film skulking around a room, not leaving, don't be surprised if the audience kind of feels the same way. My filmmaking tip of the day. Hey, smoking. There's some more smoking. Good. Good thing he brought infinite cigarettes. Okay, she's being sacrificed for some odd reason. Again, I've not really been paying attention to this film. Now's not the appropriate time for your impromptu dance. Also, your ass is showing. I'm not going to mince my words. Okay, no one's lips were moving there. That's stupendous filmmaking. Well done. Well done, you.
His daughter has violated his law. The Code of Atlantis says the eldest daughter must be married first. And I, Duessa, am the eldest. The God of Sun has passed judgment. The first ray of light, you must die. She must die!
Yeah, she must die.
We captured them in the garden.
Make them watch the sacrifice. Let all the men watch the sacrifice.
Yes. Get all the men.
Get the men. Get
What is this shit? Why are they just leaving the men unattended? You dumb broads.
in their chambers.
Oh my god, has he still not figured out how to get out of a room? How many more scenes of people not figuring out how to leave rooms and then smoking are there going to be in this thing? I don't think anyone should ever take the cigarettes out of their mouth in this film. I think like at this point in the film he should just have like 15 cigarettes in his mouth. Oh, as this progresses, he finally figured out what a door is. This was exercise in the 50s. Moving a chair a little bit. That is a proper Resident Evil puzzle, that is. Okay, maybe the film can progress now, although maybe that's wishful thinking.
Save your strength. The cords grow tighter if you
Oh, they
struggle.
don't have any. They're from the 50s.
You are safe. They will not harm you.
But if that's true, why are we tied?
They've the muscle mass of a tub of butter.
One of their gods.
The God of Sun has been angered. He must be appeased.
You?
Now, at some point in this film, are they going to evangelize Christianity to these people? It's the right era for that kind of thing.
Oh, Hestia switched drinks with him earlier.
Hestia? Well, the girl. That's what happened to me?
Right. Now, guns ought to be around here someplace.
And cut to 20 minutes of them not figuring out where their guns are.
The older man is gone. Back to the flag.
God, I've heard of a walking simulator, but this is insane.
I've got...
Look, it's almost morning. Hurry up and get back to the ship.
Have to find Hestia first.
What do we need her for?
I promised to take her with us.
Oh, I see.
We need her help to get out of here.
No ethical debate there, just... Oh, I see. Alright.
What's the matter? I thought you wanted to get out of here.
I do. Something's going on out there.
Trouble?
Ten. Anyway, we're not looking for any right now. Let's hope they pass by.
Quickly, before the two men release their companions. We captured the two men. They remain our prisoners. Man is mad.
Hey, they've got Doc in the oven.
Told them to stay with the ship.
What do you expect them to do when we didn't return?
I would have done the same.
What about the old boy?
Leave him. He's dead to the world.
Old Boy, now there's a film I'd like to watch instead of this. He said, pretending this punishment wasn't entirely self-imposed. Oh yeah, this guy's in the film. He needn't have bothered showing up, he's had no impact on the plot.
Look. We're lucky to find these.
Maybe we can blast our way out and find the main exit.
The main exit is sealed.
We'll get out the same way as Doc and the others came in.
I hadn't thought about this.
Still want to take the girl?
Safety of the crew comes first.
Maybe we can do something about it.
I'm gonna take this woman with me.
Now.
Actually, on second thought, sod the woman. Rose before hose.
I don't know. I thought this was the only one. Let's try this one.
Okay, kind of threatening to become a cross between like an action news theme and the prisoner theme. Was this movie made as a result of a deal with like a ballet company or something? I'd like to know where the music's coming from as well, actually. Diegetic or non? Because if non, she's just dancing silently, and that's weird. And if so, then... if it is diegetic, then... who the fuck is playing the music? I don't know, man. Oh, it's the crossover we've all been waiting for. Two major characters have finally met. Not even 10 minutes from the end. How long does this thing have to go?
Listen.
Yeah.
6 minutes? Jesus Christ.
Which way?
Oh. Makes me physically sick, as does the turbulence. Mostly the turbulence. It's exclusively the turbulence that makes me feel sick. This film's bad. I don't know if you noticed that. Oh, blimey, vey. Oh, vey, okay. No, but I don't know if you've noticed that, but this film's not good.
Kill it! For Pete's sake, shoot at it!
Okay, that's been more than 6 shots. Those revolvers should be empty.
Bounce off him! Throw the gas grenade!
And gas everyone in the room. Including us. Oh! Oh no, that's an owl if I ever saw it.
I prayed for you.
I'll never fail you, Hestia.
Again, they met yesterday.
Let's not rejoice too soon. We still have to get out of this place.
We're leaving the same way you got in.
Providing the process doesn't stop us. Hestia will help us.
I'll stop process.
Boy, they're just like, first woman you see, yep, you're my wife now. That's how romance works. Did in the 50s. Just pair off with a woman. Guess what? You're bound for life.
Your father, Process, is dead.
You are our new ruler. Hail to Hestia.
Oh, fuck off.
Hail to Hestia, Queen of Atlantis. Long live the Queen.
I go with my beloved to Earth, but I shall return. Meanwhile, Nisa shall be your temporary ruler.
You will be the interim monarch.
What about us? The creature is gone.
Don't seize power for yourself while I'm gone.
But Process, he promised his husband.
We'll be sending expeditions from the Earth.
I may come back myself.
Don't worry, girls. I'll be back to take care of the situation.
Hey, please, girls, one at a time.
Just your names. I have the facts.
Oh, the not Star Trek the motion picture music. Yeah, this score is like, okay, what if, you know, the motion picture soundtrack didn't have any satisfying resolves? if like all the music just kind of trailed off.
Anderson, contact control.
Aye, aye, Skipper.
Captain Larson, you'll handle the takeoff.
Aye, aye, sir.
Calling control. Calling control. Hey! What's the message?
Mission completed.
It means he's come. I'm sorry. No, I am sorry. That was crude. I'm not that sorry. Oh, that was good. No, it wasn't. That was one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life. Huh. But Fire Maidens from outer space. Why were they called Fire Maidens? Why were they all into the idea of like sacrificing that one and then they were just like, nah, whatever. Oh, back to smooth jazz, methinks. Anything to get the taste of that being out of my mouth. What are airplanes around here? I think... Am I right over Auckland? I think I am. I don't think we'll be getting a descent order for a while yet. I reckon when we get to this little lake here. It is probably very historically significant and has a name, but I don't know what it is, so there we go. I reckon by the time we get there we'll get a descent order. I predict. I don't think maybe I should find another royalty-free jazz playlist. Like, I love this one, don't get me wrong. But, like, is it becoming stale at this point? I don't know. I hope it isn't. But it might be something to be conscious of, I suppose.
5060. You are 11 miles east of Auckland. Contact Auckland Tower on 120.9 when inbound. Tower on 120.9 New Zealand 5060.
You know what's fucked up? They're not filming the next season of Rings of Power in New Zealand. They're moving to Scotland. I mean, it's mountainous, sure. But it's not New Zealand mountainous, is it? I mean, they're literally moving to the other side of the planet. Like, the most stressful thing you could possibly do. Purely so they don't, like, have to bother with unions. Good old Amazon. Good old Amazon. But no, Rings of Power is actually alright, I think. I mean, it's not like must-see TV. It's fairly insubstantial. If you're looking for a fantasy epic show to watch at the moment, House of the Dragon is by far the superior show. The Rings of Power's alright. You just kind of want to watch people walk around New Zealand for reasons you immediately forget, you can do worse. If you just kind of want to exist in Middle Earth for a bit, it's fine. It's fine. Even though it does bother me just how little of a resemblance the guy that plays... what the hell is his name? Hugo Weaving's character, I don't remember. It bothers me just how little a resemblance that actor bears to Hugo Weaving. Like, to say he looks nothing like Hugo Weaving is an understatement. Like, they went, okay, what is the opposite guy to Hugo Weaving? And they figured out it was him. Which you could kind of argue is, you should look precisely like Hugo Weaving, not just for the fact that that's what it looked like in the film, but for the fact that elves, like, they don't age either, do they? So why does this guy look like a knockoff Hugh Bonneville? Do I mean Hugh Bonneville? I don't mean Hugh Bonneville. I mean, Mr. Darcy. I don't remember his name.
Cessna Sierra Whiskey Tango descend and maintain flight level 220.
I think I might.
Descend and maintain flight level 220 Cessna Sierra Whiskey Tango.
Oh, yep, getting close now. Get him in the same little square. I could swear you can't zoom out as far now on this VFR map. That's like the disadvantage of it, I think.
Descend and maintain 10,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 23 left approach via D305M transition cleared to D305M generic 21 Lima.
Elrond, that's that character's name. Glad they got to play Elrond, doesn't look anything like him. Least of all like a younger version of him. Well, Celebrimbor is in this show as well, and if I'm not mistaken, isn't he from the Shadow of Mordor games? I only ever played like the first 10 minutes of the first one and it didn't hold my attention at all, so I don't really remember, but I swear, like, yeah, Celebrimbor is like a character in that, isn't he? Although I'll tell you who the MVP of Rings of Power is, but two, I didn't even know was in it until I started watching it. Lenny Henry. The comedian Lenny Henry, he plays like a leader of a tribe of like nomadic hobbits. And he's really good. Lenny Henry, no one, like, everyone forgets he's actually really good at acting until you watch him. I mean, he was awful in that episode of Doctor Who, but, you know, it's Chibnall era Doctor Who, of course he was terrible. Everyone is. They can't help it. Some of them can help it. But, no, Lenny Henry, really charismatic in that show. I like him a lot. Something I wish they had added to this VFR map. I wish they'd added some indication of if the planes are like live traffic, AI, or other players. Would have been nice. Like making different colours for different different situations. I think that would have been cool. Slightly shonky satellite imagery there. But for an area notorious, famous for outstanding natural beauty, I'm surprised New Zealand has never received a world update. I think the Australia world update was, just that. It just updated Australia, although maybe it updated New Zealand as well. But I'm pretty sure it didn't. I'm relatively sure it was just Australia. Which is a shame because New Zealand absolutely deserves it.
Descend and maintain 8,000 feet, Cessna, Sierra Whiskey Tango. Alright, coming up on decel here. Rest assured I already have.
I'm very much at the mercy of my own plane here. That looks like a fun lake to land a seaplane on. Maybe I'll have to keep on playing after this and do that. It's fun to land seaplanes on things because it's dangerous. Don't know what's going to happen next. I mean, that's just the sign of being a terrible pilot, I think, but still. It's fun. Okay, I've not gotten another descent order yet, which says to me I'm pretty much where I'm meant to be. Bit of turbulence again. Ah. Well, maybe I will. See if you like it. Oh, that's 3700 vertical speed. Badoosh. Now, unlike last week, I'm feeling lucky with this. I think we are going to get the magic little gates that I love so much. Not something is the only way I can actually play this game, because I'm not good at it is the thing. But, Well, neat. Oh, I know what all those words mean. I'm lying, I don't know at all.
Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect vectors RNAV runway. Tree 0 approach Cessna Sierra Whiskey Tango.
know, in a lot of ways this is reminding me of the approach into Pakistan, where the airport is just like surrounded by mountains. Difference is here, it's, you know, it's this side of the world, so lucky for me, it's daytime. Wasn't that lucky coming into Pakistan, I'll tell you. Heck, where's my plane? What the heck is my plane doing? Why have you decided to go in that direction for no goddamn reason? What the devil is this all about? Well, let's turn off half-bank mode, let's get violent. Oh yeah. I don't actually see the airport at this point. Not yet. It'll emerge any moment. Is that it over there? No. No, it's not. Is it? No. No? No. Maybe. Unclear.
Cessna Sierra Whiskey Tango, you are 10 miles east of November Zulu Kilo Tango. Maintain present heading and altitude.
Maintain present heading and altitude. Cessna Sierra Whiskey Tango. November Zulu Kilo Tango, traffic Cessna, Foxtrot Sierra Whiskey Tango 9 miles east inbound RNAV runway 30. November Zulu Kilo Tango, traffic Cessna, Foxtrot Sierra Whiskey Tango is on final runway 30 to land.
Still no sight of it. Again, perhaps indication I shouldn't become a pilot. I can't see airport. Is that it? No, that's a main road. Cool. That it? Yeah, and I think that's also a main road. Ah, there it is. Found you, you son of a bitch, we're very high. Alright, let's put on the... There we go. Let's circle around, actually. Don't want to descend too violently, you know, for once. I'm normally happy with an incredibly inelegant, violent descent, but you know what, today? I'm going more elegant. I'm being a good little boy as I bring this plane down. Alright, let's have another go at this. Oh, I was wrong, didn't get the little gates these times. These times? This time? Oh, landing plane scrambles my brain. Again, inelegant if we're being generous. Perfect, 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 perfect. Yep. Flawless. You can't prove that was the worst landing I've ever made. Oh, what's that saying about... What's that saying about any landing you can walk away from? Just, got it onto the grass, that's fine, that's what it's there for. Alright. Luckily I don't think anyone else is currently using this airport. Oh no, I didn't mean to say, I meant to say I want to park the plane. Oh. I've committed a terrible social faux pas here. I've terribly disgraced New Zealand. I'm gonna park my plane here. That will do. Good enough. Well, that was about the worst landing I've ever made. Fine though. I just need to get my plane shut down and then it's officially no longer my problem. Alright, well. With all that said and done, I'm going to thank you for coming. I'm going to invite you to join me again tomorrow when I'm playing Risk of Rain 2, and after that, After that, I am back with Flight Sim on Friday, and we'll be flying to New Caledonia, which is exciting, because it's a country I know literally nothing about, not as, let's face it, anyone. So, do follow me on all my socials linked below. I'm terribly sorry for Return of the Fire Maidens, or whatever that pile of shit was called. And I will see you next time. So, until then, bid you adieu. Goodbye. Also, don't touch my ring. Don't touch it.